clap along if you feel like a room without.
In everyday life, there is always the specific problem of your washing machine. How much actually goes in there? You can't actually measure the inside because, well, let's be real, it's a big round circle and no one wants to do that math calculation. So how much everyday laundry do you fill in there? Mine right now is filled to the maximum, so I want to know exactly how much this is, and so I can replicate it, and then I can always have the exact amount in there for the perfect load of wash. Now let's take this over here and find a place. Now we're going to take these clothes, bring them over here real quick, throw them in this bin for right now, and we will see how I can figure this out. Give me 1 second. Yo, Trevor, where you at? Hey, Trevor, I need your help measuring something real quick.
Yeah, man, what's up?
Just come to me. I need to figure out this problem over here with the clothes.
Okay. You got a lot of clothes here. What problem are you trying to solve?
I'm just trying to figure out exactly how many clothes will go in the laundry.
Okay, that's actually pretty easy. If you give me a moment, I'll get all the things that we need and we can solve this problem right here.
Alright, so
What is actually a really difficult problem in the washing machine is very simple since we already have the volume of the things that will fill it to the right amount. So we just need to get something that's easy to measure the volume on and then figure out how much is here by measuring it with that. Right here, I have a uniformly sized banker's box, and what we're gonna do is we need to know how much this will hold in cubic volume. So I have a measuring tool here, and we're gonna measure the length, the width, and the height to get that calculation, since volume is length times width times height. So length on this looks to be 15 inches exactly, and width is going to be, it's warping a bit, width is going to be about 12 inches, and the depth is 10. So before we forget these things, we're going to do our length of 15, our width of 12, and our depth of 10. And that's the calculation there. Now, by multiplying these, we're going to figure out how much this holds as our base case. And according to the handy calculator, it's 1,800 inches, cubic inches. So 1,800. That's excellent. So if we're lucky, all of this will fit in that box and our calculation will be very simple. We're not usually lucky, but let's find out. And we're not lucky because this is smaller than this. All of those things won't fit in here, even if we press them down. And we don't really want to press them down too much because they're not pressed down in the washing machine. So now we find we have 1,800 cubic inches inside this box. And that's excellent. So now we know that's how much this stuff is. Take your laundry, put it there on the floor. And so we have this amount, but we still have this amount left. Now, if this fills the box perfectly, then we just add 1,800 to 1,800, and that works out great. Let's see if we get lucky. And we do not. It's less than the amount of that box, but that's okay because we have a uniform shape. We just measure how much depth this took up on its own. We can actually mark it on the box, measure after the fact. So looks like everything comes up to about this line right here. I'm going to take everything out of the box to make our measurements easier. Since we already know the length and the width are a length of 15 inches and a width of 12 inches, now we need to know what our adjusted depth is. That was 10 inches. But with this new line, it's going to be about 6.5 inches. So instead of 15 by 12 by 10, it's going to be 15 by 12 by 6.5. That's a crazy number. So let's figure out what that is. (15 times 12 times 6.5) comes out to 1,170. So 1,170, and then we want to combine these two amounts so we know what our whole entire amount that can fit in the washing machine generally is. Simple enough. Again, calculator, so we don't have to do much head thinking. 1,800 plus 1,170. And that comes out to 2,970. So 2,970 is the volume in cubic inches of our washing machine. And so now, in the future, if you're ever somewhere away from your washing machine, you have an easy way to figure out how much you actually have to do, how many loads you're going to have to put in the washing machine, even if you didn't have that. Like, let's say it was running, and you wanted to know how many more loads you'd have to do before the end of the day, before all of your wash was done, because you got busy studying for midterms and you didn't wash your clothes for weeks at a time, which is terrible. So you can take this while this is running and just take your remaining clothes and put them into something that has a uniform size and figure out how much exactly you have left, since you know each time you do an iteration, it's going to need 2,970 cubic inches to fill that washing machine. And that is how you figure it out.
It's really cool, man. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
What happiness is.